And how hard would an operation like this be to keep secret? Joining me now, former U.S. Navy frogman and Navy SEAL, Aubrey Davis. Welcome to the show, Aubrey.
Good evening,
Hi.
Kennedy. Thank you so much for the invite.
So let's discuss this a little bit. What are the probabilities the U.S. government and naval frogmen were involved here?
Well, as far as the U.S. being involved, they certainly had good reason, and some stupid statements were made before the operation was made that shouldn't have been said, that leads other people to believe we did them, but I'm not at all sure that we did. There are a lot of other countries that would have had reason to do that and the capability to do it.
Like which countries?
Was it U.S. Navy SEALs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, you have all the Baltic nations up there who know the Russians are breathing down their necks. They're next on the list after Ukraine. And then there could even be China. You know, China loves to stir things up and create a mess, and that would have been fun for them. But it's a difficult operation to do, and even more difficult to do covertly.
Yeah,
So
but if you have Navy SEALs and the CIA involved in a joint operation, it seems like they could do it pretty easily. And then you had Victoria Nuland, the Undersecretary of State, not that statement, but another one where she said that she was happy that the pipeline was just a hunk of metal at the bottom of the ocean.
Well, that was a compromising statement that should not have been made if they were going to do it or if they weren't going to do it. But SEALs, that's mighty deep water. I think it's about 260 feet deep where those pipes were, and that's mighty deep for SEALs to be going. Now, it would take a heavier operation, and there's other ways it could be done rather than SEALs. You know, submarines could lay a mine there, aircraft lay mines, surface ships lay mines. So there's a lot of different people and a lot of different platforms that can deliver the explosives.
So Seymour Hersh, the journalist, I mean, he's reported on everything from the Teapot Dome scandal to the My Lai massacre in Vietnam and helped break that story. So he's been doing this for a long time. Do you think that he would have reason to either fabricate the story or use sources who were fabricating themselves?
I don't know him that well. I don't know his writings that well, what he claims. And a lot of people write stuff just for the sensationalism of it. But right now it's very popular, as it has been for several years, to blame anybody in the U.S. for anything that goes wrong. So anybody could have done it. It could have been done in a number of different ways. So who's to say? He doesn't have definite proof of anything, as I understand it.
So if the United States did in fact blow up the pipelines, would that be wrong?
Well, they had good reason to. You know, Putin had invaded Ukraine, and I feel very strongly that we should support Ukraine in any way we can. And this would have cut off a lot of money for Putin and his crowd. So, yeah, there's a lot of reason the U.S. would have had to do it, or it could have been done in cooperation with other nations.
Yes.
There's just so many options, and I've not seen any convincing evidence that we did anything.
All right, well, we will see, because now the story is broken. There will be other people asking questions, and if the United States did do it, maybe not the smartest thing in the world. I think we are better than that. I know you certainly are. Aubrey, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Kennedy. Have a blessed night.
You too. Thank you, dear. Now, speaking of top secret.